Oh my gosh.
Really? Like,
I mean, we each off camera decide, okay, getting ready to go on. Let's find a background to go with. Who would have thunk that we would have picked exactly the same one?
man, what's funny is, the last couple, I was like, man, I'm just, if we know the topic, it's nice to have one that associates with it. If we just randomly do it,
Right.
we knew the topic, and I was like, I got a couple of them I could pick, and I was like, this one's perfect. Guys, if you're not watching, this is one of the reasons why you need to watch and listen. Man, we got the same background for our show.
Exactly
like that. That's never
happened. It wasn't
happened.
until we hit record, and all of a sudden, whoop! There it is.
That's never happened in all of our episodes ever.
Yeah. I mean, and sometimes when we don't have a themed background or something, we'll just use a trash yard or something like that. And we've come close on
yes,
on
we
that,
have.
but never, as they say, spot on.
That's funny.
So, well, consider we've got navigation systems on the back of our on our screens right now. That was a subject we were going to talk about, is because we all have become, when navigation systems first came out, I think the first one I had was from Garmin, and you put it up on the dashboard of the car in order to help you get from point A to point B. And we all thought that was, absolutely the most technologically advanced system. Then all of a sudden the cars came out with, on screen, on dash navigation systems. And sometimes I think that maybe I'll go back to my old Garmin.
I still have one. Yeah, I still have one.
I got it. But the thing that I remember about the Garmin is after you said you were going from point A to point B, it would ask you, do you want the most direct route? Do you want the most scenic route? And you even could program it in a way so that if you were on a main road and there was a bad accident, it would get you up. I don't know if you do that with the navigation systems in the car, because it always seems to show you the not the most direct route, but the best route.
Well, and the best route for who, like, I know that there's times, like, I know when I've seen them, I don't have it in my car, maybe my new one, but I don't have it in my car. And of course, let's not forget it's on our phone too. Mm-hmm. But which you can run through Bluetooth and all that.
Yeah,
so you don't have to
CarPlay or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, okay, there are some aspects you can say, show me an ETA, share your destination. If there's a traffic jam, it changes colors and all that. My problem with it is, even on the phone, when you go to type in your address to where you need to go, and you can put quickest, direct, whatever, 9 times out of 10, though, even if it's not the quickest, it's going to default to especially around here and typically everywhere, it's going to default to the route that has tolls on it. Now, if you are from out of town and you're trying to avoid tolls, you've got to scroll to find that avoid tolls. Sometimes sometimes there is a route that is just as quick with no tolls, but it always goes to the tolls. And I'm 110 million% convinced that they do that on purpose, because they want you to pay the tolls, because it's some partnership with the state. I believe it. I believe it's all connected, because why would it tell me a toll route when there's a non-toll route that's with the same within a couple distance of each other, like miles or minutes? Why would it do that? Why would it not just say, here's the 2 best options? But you have to scroll down the list and literally find no tolls. And the tolls aren't always the quickest way.
Yeah. I recently took a trip to Houston, and all from Dallas, and that's basically Highway 45. It's one road.
Yeah.
And we were going to meet our kids right in the center of Houston, downtown, one of the downtown hotels.
Okay.
I'm looking on my map and I'm seeing that Highway 45 does go right through downtown Houston. And you know,
Okay.
all right, you know, you're going to encounter a certain amount of traffic when you go through the downtown area,
It's
but
Houston.
there's an exit right off of 45 that is like 4 blocks from the hotel where we're staying.
Okay.
As we're approaching Houston, all of a sudden there is a road or something called 669 or whatever, and the navigation system is saying at the next exit, you know, turn right at the next exit. And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, 45 goes right downtown, but it's telling me, and I'm thinking, well, is there an accident downtown or whatever? I said, okay, I'll follow the nav system. This 669 is a bypass around the whole city of Houston. It goes through industrial parks, it goes
Ugh.
through farmland, it goes through all kinds of things. Way off in the distance, I see the skyline of Houston, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, I'm on my way to Louisiana right now. But it brings you all the way around the south side of Houston, and then you exit and you end up in right down in downtown Houston. Now, if I had just followed my own instincts and stayed on 45, I probably could have been in downtown Houston about 10 minutes later.
Right.
This thing took you 35 minutes out of your way for I still don't know what reason. And you know, and very often it does that.
So why? That's the thing. Like that's happened to me before. I'm like, why is this? And I've looked at it and smart, coming from the days of the old thick Rand McNally maps. You remember those? You'd have a book of the city and coordinates, and which we probably need those now because most people don't even know how to read a map. But you know, I looked at it. I was going somewhere with Luke, and it was one of our, you know, staycation type deals, or, you know, day trips or some nonsense. And I'm looking and it says, why is it telling me 15 miles turn left? When on the map, it literally clearly states that I need to turn within 5 miles. Why is it? So I'm thinking, okay, maybe there's some weird, strange glitch in the matrix, you know. And as I'm getting closer. I'm like, I can literally see where I need to go. So I just turned down there and went. But I'm thinking to myself, if I was to go 15 more miles and then turn and then come back, you got to figure that's close to 30 miles trying to get back to where I'm going. Why are they? And I could never figure out why it did that. But no matter what, even when we were exploring the area, it kept on taking me around it. But clearly on the map, the spot was right there. And I'm like, if you've got somebody who doesn't know anything and they rely on it, most, you know, some 20-year-old who's like, I've never seen a map in my life, and they're relying on it, they're screwed.
And you know, and we live in a metropolitan city, and you know, once you're in your city area for a while, you kind of learn the major highways and how to get from point A from point B. But on the nav system, sometimes you just put in the address because you want to make sure you get to the right address. But the navigation system all of a sudden tells you to turn and go down this highway when you know, wait a minute, why do I want to go, you know, west on this highway when I know that if I just go straight ahead, it's only 1 or 2 exits. If you know where you're going, then you say, wait a minute, no, I'm not going to turn.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to go, because the navigation system will, you know, it kind of recalculates sometimes, except when you get into residential areas and it tells you to turn right, and you say, wait a minute, why do I want to turn right here? Because I know where I'm going is straight ahead. So you go straight ahead. Then the navigation system says, in 1/4 mile, make a U-turn. They want to send you back to the way they wanted you to go. And you say, no, I'm going to keep on going straight. Now, again, then after you pass that location, it tells you the next place to make a U-turn.
Right.
You ever found yourself talking to your navigation system?
Oh, talking? Or do you mean, cursing out in 5 different
Yeah, you know,
languages?
you're saying, wait, I know, I don't want to make a U-turn. Would you just please recalculate so that I'm on the right road? And I
Yes,
mean, it's
yes.
around where you live, off of 380 or something.
Ugh,
There's
yeah.
there's a million different. If you turn and you take an alternate route, it's trying to get you back to 380, and you know that the traffic on 380 is monstrous. So
It's a
you're going to
nightmare.
take this alternate route, and this navigation system, that young lady, as sweet as her voice is,
It's not sweet.
she's trying to get you back to where she wants you to go.
No, she's not sweet. Just like Ceres isn't sweet. She is evil. The only cool thing about it is that now you can change your voice on your phone. I have some dude from England talking to me on my phone. Yeah, because I don't want to hear her voice, but I also don't listen to the voice at all. I shut the voice off
You
completely.
you can actually pick the voice on your navigation system.
Yeah, you can change it. I got this English dude.
Really?
Yeah, it makes
Oh,
me feel like I'm in a
that's
different
cool.
country.
I'd
Yeah.
love to get some Rastaman from Jamaica.
Yeah, I
Oh,
wanted to get it.
yeah,
Yeah,
you
get
make a
somebody
wrong,
over.
you make a wrong turn, man. You got to go back.
I want to get, well, yeah, you can do that. And I always thought they could do like celebrities and stuff like so the Amazon system, I can't say it right now because they'll both turn on. They
Right.
Yeah, that's all I need is to argue with her. Um, you can actually change it now. You can get Sam Jackson to be your Amazon dude. It's like 99 cents a month or something. I've thought about
I
it
like
because I
that.
would
That's
love,
cool.
yeah, I think we should get more celebrities. Like I've always wanted like Arnold Schwarzenegger, to talk to me, or
Yeah.
like Sylvester Stallone or Al Pacino, just to
Yeah.
be like, curse me out. No, Brandon, you're going the wrong way, like that'd be fun.
So, so Al Pacino says, "Say hello to my little friend."
Yeah, or I got
Samuel
other
Jackson
quotes,
says,
but
"What's in your wallet?"
right, or he just starts dropping F bombs left and
Yeah.
right. But I don't listen to the voice. I just kind of genuinely look and go, okay, I'm on here for 10 miles, 20 miles, put it down, and I go, or I have my phone like, mounted and I
Yeah.
can go, oh, 10 miles. Well, I'm not an idiot. I can figure out 10 miles.
Yeah.
But it is, I guess that in a sense, they've got to make them somewhat dummy proof. And inevitably, you will most likely get to where you're going to go. You might have gone 30 miles too far. You might have made 12 left turns when you didn't need to. But eventually, I guess you'll get to where you're going to go. I don't know.
Well, have you also noticed that when you do take that alternate route, they always go by a Chick-fil-A?
Well, yeah, of course they do.
Or, you know,
On a Sunday?
yeah, or a Starbucks or whatever. That's who's controlling the navigation systems. They want to make you take the alternate route so you'll go by and say, "Oh man, I don't know where I am, but oh, I'm hungry. Oh, there's a Starbucks or a Chick-fil-A or something."
I'm convinced that it's the states, the toll roads, the corporations. Bill Gates probably owns it,
The
so that's
kickback.
why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm convinced that they're all connected that way. Because why am I fighting with this system to tell it I don't want to take tolls when you tell me the toll road's 20 miles and then the non-toll road's 18 and a half, and I'm like, why would I? And the time difference is 2 minutes.
Right.
Why do I care?
Right.
Why do I care?
Yeah.
The tolls are killing me anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm convinced there's somebody behind it.
But the thought process is, but there's no lights on the toll road.
Yeah, but have we been to Texas? I mean, like toll roads, you can get on a toll road, drop $30 going 2 miles, and it takes you an hour.
Well, that's right. Yeah. You pay a toll when you get on, and then you pay a toll when you get off.
Sometimes I think they just charge you for sitting there. They're like, forget it. Throw another 75 cents on this guy.
But I mean, there's some positive aspects to the navigation systems. Now I noticed that on our navigation system, when you are on the highway, sometimes it will show you that you're traveling and the road is nice and green, and then all of a sudden you'll see a yellow or a red patch ahead, indicating that there's an accident and all.
Slow down.
That's a plus. And that also gives you an opportunity to say, maybe I'll get off here and refuel and get something to eat and then get back on and maybe it'll be better. Most of the times
That,
it's worse.
yeah, that's true. It gives you that option and all that. That's kind of a cool
Yeah.
thing, you know.
But I, I mean, I just I just have a hard time when I'm in the city and I know that I'm going to a theater or something like that. And I know that it's just off of this tollway. And so I want to take tollway A to tollway B, but it's trying to tell me, no, don't do that. It wants to send me through a residential area,
Yeah,
which
yeah, I
is,
hate that too.
which is
Oh,
four-way stops every other corner and stoplights. And again, now that you mentioned it, you wonder if there's something within the system that's trying to guide you to places where you could spend the money, and for some reason, a percentage of what you spend when you stop goes back to the navigation system.
I mean, like I don't use it in the city. I don't use it. I didn't really use it when I went to Dallas for like the first time. I was like, okay, most cities, I mean, yeah, they're designed a little bit different, but if you've ever spent time in a city, you generally get the feel of where the main stuff is and where you need to be. And like, when I was going to American Airlines Center the first time, and I was like, okay, I know where it is, but let me see what the GPS says. And I'm like, the GPS is making me get back on the highway to go to American Airlines Center, and I'm already downtown Dallas. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even have, I can walk there. Why am I doing it? So.
Right. Well, and that's where you turn left and it's telling you to go straight ahead. And then you get into that whole thing about a turnaround or turn right, and then make
Right.
another right and another right. And you get all confused to the point where finally you just turn off the system anyway.
Yeah, you say, forget it, I'm not doing
Yeah.
it. And that's what I do. But when I am going out to, Egypt, or, I'm driving in the middle of nowhere in Texas, we're about to go camping. Yeah, I keep it on more or less just to see like, okay, how close is a gas station? How close
Right.
is,
I was just saying, when you see that little needle getting closer to the E and
I'm like,
everything, you go
"Ooh."
back into the nav system and say, fuel, show me where there's
Yeah.
a fuel stop.
Exactly. I'll use it then quite a bit.
but we stop and we think about it, how much we criticize the GPS and navigation systems, but man, when you think back to the days when, like you said, you had to take out the old atlas and try and
Right.
figure out what road to turn off of this highway to get on this secondary road, and this and then it's like 12 o'clock at night and you're trying to find the address of the place that you're looking for.
Oh, that's a mess, man. I don't know how there were more accidents back then than there are now, because you had to literally, like, if you didn't have somebody in the car, you're like, let me pull over, or let me look at this giant map while I drive, or this thick encyclopedia. Yeah, because I remember I used to work for this company. It was like a lawn care and pest control company. This is way back in the day. And we had the Rand McNally thick books of each city broken down the grid. And it was cool because you needed it. But I was like, dude, I would like plan my route out ahead of time, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. And then if I got out there and there was construction, something threw me off, I'm like, oh, I got to pull over. Like, I can't read this in the car at a red light.
Right. Although it's just as bad now, because now when people are still trying to find what route or something, they're driving and they got their phone and they're in their
right here.
Google map or something. Yeah. And trying to drive and read at the same time.
Well, and 90%, I mean, more than 90% of them, you can ask it. You can ask for the
That's
directions. Right. Like then I understand the voice, even though she's annoying. I understand it. Like, you could say, hey, please tell me, how far is this? Which exit? Yeah. Like, it'll read it to you. So there's no reason to look at it until you get to a red light or stop sign. But then again, you got people that are shooting TikTok videos, while they're driving. So and I'm not that guy. If you see me in the car on TikTok, I'm parked. I promise you.
Here I am driving. Don't I look cool?
Yeah, look at my selfie. Great. You just ran over like 4 people.
Yeah. And in my wife's car, that if I turn my head just to say something to her, that there's on the dashboard, it goes beep, 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 and you turn back and there's a little sign that says, keep your eyes on the road.
What? For
Honestly,
real?
honest. It says, keep your eyes on the road.
That's creepy.
If you just turn your head away,
It's
away.
watching you. It's watching you.
I know, that's
I'm not that fancy. My car, if I turn my head left, it might go left with me. It's so like jacked up. I'm like, oh, there we go.
Yeah. Or if I want to exit to get something to eat, the car says, you don't look hungry yet. Go to the next
Right.
exit.
The car says, no, you're not getting the super value meal today.
Yes, right, right. Hey, and speaking of places, update, Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Not Spartanville, not Spartanville.
It's not
Spartanburg.
Spartanville, Spartanburg.
Spartanburg. It's the
Yeah.
11th largest city in South
Yeah,
Carolina.
and it's in
Yeah.
northern South Carolina, not too far from the North Carolina border. It's part
Yes.
of a metroplex of cities, but I think
Huge.
Spartanburg is about 40,000 people, but the whole metropolitan
That's
area.
what I was saying. That's what I was. Yes. So
And you know what their claim to fame is?
I don't know what. Their library?
Spartanburg, North Carolina is the headquarters for Denny's restaurants.
Wow, you
That's
did
where-
more research than I did.
That's where it started. Denny's restaurants started in Spartanburg, South Carolina. And now, if you ever want to know where there's a Denny's, you
It's in
just go to
Spartanburg.
your GPS on your in your car and on your phone and say, where's
I'm
the
looking
nearest,
at. I'm looking at everything they do there.
where's the nearest Denny's?
Hey, it's pretty nice place though. They got some sports. They got a college. Yeah,
Yep,
hey.
got colleges, rolling hills, and all pretty area.
So
And
there you go.
it is the home of Lauren, who is
Lauren.
our sticker winner.
It is now home for 2 Trash Talk stickers and our 1 fan from Spartanburg. Hey, we're going to continue. We're going to build up our reputation, our presence in Spartanburg, and you never know,
Yes.
there could be more than one. So, Lauren,
And-
spread the word, share, comment, give us a shout out. We get, why
And
not?
that reputation will grow no matter how bad it is.
Absolutely. Look, look, all press is good. I say that every day.
That's
If it's
right.
Bad
right.
press, it's still good. I don't care. Unless you're Amber Heard, then it's horrible. But
That-
because she's a garbage person. So, but there we go.
well, wherever you are traveling, and I'll make sure you either follow what the GPS or navigation system says, or if you want to fight it, go ahead. It's up to you.
Whatever.
If I'm driving down the highway and I see somebody pounding on their steering wheel, it's probably because
You already know.
the navigation system sent them in the wrong direction. But-
And one thing for sure is make your way back here next Tuesday
That's
at
right.
8 a.m. for an all new Trash Talk.
That's right. It's right there on the map. Bye.
Yeah, it is.